she go. Here she go. Here she damn go. All right. I'm happy you guys picked up. I don't know if Nicki's going to pick up. I don't know if Latto's going to pick up. But I know you guys was going to pick up. Girl, I feel like the rap girls have been giving me a run for my money lately. And I got to call some things out. I thought Cardi was just the problem. Nicki, you are clearly a problem. And I mean, not just Nicki, though. Rap girls in general right now is just a problem. But Nicki, you're the queen of this. You're not really queening right now. We're going to get to everything. I feel like 2018 all over again. I feel like 2018, I feel like we're there all over again. Okay, well, let's just get into the conversation. Let's just get right into it. I wrote notes, as I usually do, for situations like this. There is a lot of review videos about the tweets that's been going on and everything like that. If you want to get caught up on all the tweets, please go watch those videos first, because I'm not going to be sitting here giving you all the tweets. I am sitting here to give you all the tea on my opinion, what I think has been happening, what I think is going on behind the scenes, what I think, why all this is happening. That's what we're doing this today. That's what the Skype call is here for today. The Skype call today is to just talk about what is going on in female hip hop and why Nicki is always the nucleus. The nucleus, is that the word? Nucleus? Nucleus? Nucleus. Is that the word? Girl, I guess me and Latto can't talk, honey. All right, listen. I want to hop right into it. It all started with Nicki and the Grammys. So Nicki felt like Super Freaky Girl should have been in the in the rap category, although the Grammys combated her and put her in the pop category. And I completely agree with Nicki at that point. I said, girl, why Super Freaky? She rapped the whole time. There was nothing pop about it. Only thing that was pop about it was maybe the BPM, I guess. I don't know if the Grammys are like trying to consider like the BPM. Is that like a part of credentials? I don't know. But I completely agree with Nicki immediately where I was like, oh, they're definitely being funny. They definitely felt like, okay, they feel like she's going to win in rap immediately. But in pop, against Harry Styles and things like that, no. Nicki is not going to win that Grammy. And they know that. Like, let's just be real. Nicki in the pop category is not going to win. And Nicki knows that. That's why she's complaining. No shade. So what kind of turned everything into a mess, though, Nicki? And this is where I have to read you, girl. I have to clock you. Why did you bring Latto into this situation? Granted, I understand. You're trying to make your point. You're trying to make a point of, well, if this is X, Y, and Z, then why is Y, X, and Y not going to be? You know what I mean? Like, that makes sense. I get it. You tried to bring in the comparisons. But the thing is, this is messy, Nicki. This is messy, girl. This is messy down boots, honey. Why this is messy is that because you and this girl have tea behind the scenes that the audience does not know. Now, you yourself was just saying, and that's why I just quoted you in the other Skype call, maybe 2 Skype calls ago, when you said that, why can't we keep this behind the scenes? Why can't we just, if you respect me so much, why can't we just call and talk and da-da-da-da? Latto did these things. Latto did not bring none of y'all beef to the forefront. We did not know nothing about y'all beef until you, Nicki, came out and then said, hey, the Grammys got me messed up. And since the Grammys got me messed up, then if my song can't be in the rap category, then why is Latto's Big Energy should be in pop also? That's where the bullying comes from. That's where the bullying allegations low-key come from, Nicki. Because the thing is, if you and this girl have problems behind the scenes, why are you talking about Latto any type, shape, or form? Like, Latto came out and said, honey, I was surprised, especially how the way we left off. Why are you bringing me up? No shade. Nicki, why are you bringing this girl up if you have a problem with her behind the scenes? That was shady, and you did that on purpose. You did that on purpose, and you cannot tell me different. And this is the thing. This is like following you. Like, we're going to get into it. I just want to go down the timeline of why we've been talking about Latto and Nicki. Because let me tell you something. I have to be honest. I didn't think Latto would ever have a problem with Nicki. I see some people were saying like, well, I always felt like Latto had a problem with Nicki. I never felt like that. The way that she always thought about Nicki and always gave Nicki her praises, even in her early days. I think I did an interview with Latto on my channel back in COVID. And I believe she even then said like, oh, I love Nicki. Nicki's going to be my dream collab, da, 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 da. She was very consistent with that. Very, very consistent with that. Granted, it could be very much for a publicist situation. It very much could be, I need to bring the barbs into my camp so they can be fans of Latto. Very much that could also be the tea too. Do not, girl, you know, the girls are very meticulous. You know, they move. They're strategic. You know, so I wouldn't be surprised if Latto was doing all this to make sure Nicki's fans, the Barbs, were Team Latto. However, how do we know that was the real intent? I can't sit up here and say like Latto only did that for that either. I don't know. You really can't prove it. When you talk about somebody that consistently and it brings you good press, maybe that is what happens. You know, Latto did tweet and come out and say like, well, damn, I can't even celebrate my win or celebrate my nom because of some BS going on. So then Nicki made a tweet alluding to Karens were standing in line for Nicki back in the day, you know, with their pink wig, pink ass, giving whiplash, and with they chains and everything, waiting in line to meet Nicki. But now you're not speaking up for this black woman that you so-called love. And Nicki calling Latto scratch off sent me, bitch. I ain't gonna lie, that I gagged. Scratch off, that's hilarious. But you know Nicki's good. Nicki, damn it. Nicki's good for being tired. Called this girl scratch off. And the thing is, in that very moment, I said, oh, this is about to be a mess. This is about to be a mess. This is about to be tired. Because why are you calling this girl Karen? Because she mixed. That's late, Nicki. Nicki, that's late. Nicki, that's late. And I'm like, and I'm low-key racist, but I guess you can't be racist because she black. But, you know, it was shady in there. Like, you can't call this girl Karen girl. Like, just because she mixed. That's late. Nicki, that's late. Latto then comes out and says, well, Nicki, you've been subbing me since March. So what's the real tea? Like, girl, you've been subbing me since March, honey. And I've been showing you nothing but love publicly. So apparently, if that's the case, if that's the truth, we don't, you know, if that's the tea, you know, I mean, the Barbs came out and debunked and said, well, girl, Nicki was talking about a TikToker, not you. I guess what tweets came out, but Latto felt like it was towards her. But Latto also felt like Nicki was talking on Queen Radio about her too. So maybe just not tweets either. And there also could be some stuff behind the scenes we don't know about. But if Nicki has been subbing Latto since March, and Latto has been showing love because at the Grammys, I'm sorry, not at the Grammys, at the VMAs, she was like, one of the first interviews she did, Latto, on the carpet was like, I'm here to see Nicki's performance. That's my girl. This is about to be a dream come true, da 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 da. So if this has been happening since March, Latto was still showing love publicly for sure. Even at events that Nicki was at. No shade. And so the Queen Radio thing, Latto felt like Nicki was on Queen Radio saying that little, I think it was an excerpt that Nicki had said something along the lines of, not verbatim, paraphrasing, you can't categorize yourself with girls or people in this industry that have been here for 10, 15, 20 years. And when that album dropped, you saw that you don't have a loyal fan base to buy your records and you can't sell records. Like, you saw that you flopped, low key. And so that's your tea. And I think it was around the time that Latto's album did drop, and Latto's album, you know, 777 didn't have the best of luck. It didn't. And I feel like Latto made the best of it, though, with, you know, Pop It Like a Willie and Big Energy. But it didn't do exactly, I'm sure, what the label maybe wanted her to do for her debut album. And I can even tell, like, after a while, it kind of just went off. I don't even think people talk about that album no more, unfortunately, because the album was actually low-key decent. No shade. This is when it starts. So Latto comes out and shows DMs. I think Nicki maybe showed DMs first about the collaboration situation. I may be wrong, but I know they start to publicize their conversations, their private conversations. And now this is where I feel like both were wrong at immediately. Because like I said, Nicki, this is almost like you're contradicting yourself, honey. You just said, you know, if you really respect me, let's have a conversation behind the scenes, da 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 da. But now you're bringing things public. Make it make sense, Nicki. But Latto said, you know, she showed her DMs, like, she basically asked Nicki, girl, what's tea? What is going on? Like, why are you subbing me? what did I do to you? What's going on? And then Nicki responds 5 days later, which that already lets me know, girl, okay, girl. All right. But you know, she's a mother. She is a mother. My bitch is taking care of a whole household. I get it. So she responds 5 days later and says, so before I respond to this, what exactly are we talking about? So I can give you a very clear answer, which I live for that. You can tell she grown as hell, girl. Before I give you your tea, girl, before I read you, Miss Latto, girl, what are you talking about? Because there's some multiple things I don't like. So Latto then goes on and asks, well, I've been showing you nothing but genuine love, and too much genuine love is what she actually said. So I don't know what changed, what happened. Nicki comes back with a whole paragraph and basically tells this girl, okay, honey, you talking in circles. You can't talk. Because what you're trying to tell me, what are you trying to tell me? because you've said multiple things. And then Nicki tries to break down to her, well, this is how you have a conversation. Nicki, X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. Is this what you said? Blah, 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 blah. And Nicki was like, well, listen, if you're going to talk in circles, I don't think you know what you're talking about. And I don't get questioned. No, I don't get questioned. Nicki, you're talking down to this young lady now. You're not talking like a legend. You're talking down. You're looking down at her. Which career stance maybe you are. I mean, we know nobody's come close to Nicki Minaj's legacy. Let's just be real. We all know this. Nicki's legacy is crazy. Very hard to compete with if anybody has ever competed with. I mean, Cardi definitely has when it comes to relevancy and even selling records, but still just the magnitude of Nicki's career, nobody's ever touched it. So we know this. But it's unfortunate, Nicki, that you're like talking to this girl, even if you can tell in your response, I'm really good at reading between the lines. I'm really good at reading between the lines. Like really good at doing that. And when I read those DMs, I could tell Nicki was being very, very, very not passive aggressive, but you can say passive aggressive, in the sense of even in that one line of I don't get questioned. Who do you think you are, Miss Girl? Because you can definitely get questioned. You're still human. And if you're going to do, like, no shade. Like, girl, that's late. Like, what? That would have threw me off. And Latto, you're a good one. Oh, Latto, you were a good one. Because I would have been like, girl, I guess I'm about to let you have it tonight. No shade. No shade. Which, can I be honest? What I feel like, this is kind of, Megan has nothing to do with this right now, but I feel like that's what happened with Megan and Nicki, is that Megan was like, you're not going to talk to me. If I know an Aquarius queen, I feel like Megan, when they got into, because I feel like something happened like this, no shade, behind the scenes with Megan and Nicki, and Megan was like, girl, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? And I feel like she low-key got Nicki together behind the scenes, but we'll never know. And the reason why I say that is because Megan, when Nicki was talking about Megan on Queen Radio recently, and Megan kind of, replied to fans, but not really break to Nicki, and that's when the whole, like, at me situation started happening. Megan didn't really fall for Nicki's, trap online, to bring it out online and have a moment. Megan very much was like, I'm going to keep my coof, because you don't want these problems. And now that I'm reading these Latto situations, and I'm looking at Megan and Nicki's situation a little differently now. I really am. I'm looking at it a little differently. I'm like, girl, did Megan low-key tell you, girl, you're not talking to me like any old kind of way? We're not doing this. And I feel like y'all got on the phone, and Megan was like, we're not going to, first of all, I know you're who you are, girl, but I'm who I am too. Because that's what low-key needs to happen. No shade. But we'll talk about that. I got some more things to talk about that. That's another point in this whole Skype call. Just keep with me, girl. Because honestly, Nicki, for you to even tell somebody you talking in circles, you don't know what you're talking about, you don't know what you're trying to say, girl, you're not my mama, who are you talking to? Girl, who are you talking to, girl? Girl. Y'all some good ones. Ooh, Latto, you respectful, honey. Girl, please. Latto says, Nicki, this isn't just about the Grammys. And all caps. This isn't just about the Grammys. This is also about when we got on the phone and you called my song Little and my little lyrics and how, the rap girls aren't flourishing. I don't know if Nicki used the word flourishing, but maybe I'm sorry, not Megan. Latto was paraphrasing and basically saying, like, basically Nicki said, like, you rap girls ain't doing nothing. Y'all ain't doing nothing special. Which, Nicki, I want to say I don't believe that, but I do believe you saying something like that. I do. So then Latto starts to get barky. Latto comes out and called Miss Nicki super freaky grandma. I said, oh, this is too much. And called her a 40-year-old bully. Nicki called her scratch off, and that was funny. So why did it funny that you called her super freaky grandma? I don't want to hear you barbs in the back. I can laugh at that. That's funny. Super freaky grandma. Girl, please. This is funny. So, Latto calls her super freaky grandma and then brings up the classic read that everybody brings up about Nicki, about her family and her husband doing what they do and what they have done and how Nicki is still with these people and supporting these people and being with these people and the tea on Nicki's husband. You know the tea on Nicki's brother. If you don't know, it's something to do with papist. Yeah, you can read that between the lines because YouTube would be like, girl, what you say? But I can't say the word, but it's something to do with papist. A papist. Both of the men in her life. And then Nicki low-key did a read, tried to clap back like, all y'all can say is that's an old read y'all can still keep using about me and my family, and it's not even about me. Like, I guess that makes me that bitch because that's all y'all keep talking about. But Nicki, that don't make you, that wasn't a good read, Nicki. I love you, girl. I love you down. I love you. Hey, I love you down, girl. I love you down, girl, but that wasn't a good read. I wouldn't claim, that read keeps following you. I wouldn't say, Nicki, I just wouldn't make that seem like, yeah, that makes me that bitch. No, it doesn't, Nicki. It doesn't. You shouldn't want people to keep talking about your brother and your husband and that lied, because you are connected to it, even though you say you're not about you, but it is about you, because we wouldn't have known about it if it wasn't for you being who you are. So I just wouldn't, that clapback was just not good. I hope her fans, I hope the Barbs, my fellow Barbs, we tell her, I'm telling you too. It was tired. That wasn't a good read. I would kind of just like, that's something that's a very serious situation. And I think she had called Latto out like, oh, now you a papist activist? Like, what's happening? Anywho, I just didn't like that. I didn't like that part. So Nicki comes out and shows her DMs. Nicki said, you want to expose? I'm exposed, honey. Nicki said, honey, basically, long story short, after all the DMs, Nicki declined being, on a couple songs of Latto's, and also the Big Energy remix that was charting at the time. And Nicki tried to low-key use that as that's why these girls are mad at me, because I'm declining their collabs, which could also be true. I don't think she's lying about that. I don't think that's a complete lie, because that could also be the truth. Why girls lash out after a while because Nicki declines their advances to be on a collab. That makes sense to me. I don't think that's a complete lie. Although, however, Miss Nicki, I do think that you can't use that for every sense in every situation. I think even NLE Choppa got involved because NLE's label sent Nicki a song that maybe she could have hopped on. And I think NLE made a tweet about basically like, when I become an OG, I'm not going to be tired. I'm not going to belittle the people coming up under me. I'm going to bring them up. I'm going to help them. Because I think he tweeted around the midst of this whole debacle. And that's why Nicki came for him like, well, if you want to talk, here's my DMs with your record label. And I declined your song too. And Elite came out and was like, I'm not even talking about you, love. I'm not even, Nicki, you look crazy out here in these streets. Nicki, you do, friend. I can't lie. You looking crazy in these streets, girl. You can't be mad at everybody. You can't try to take down everybody, Nicki. And you be trying. That's tired, girl. It's very tired. So then Latto took it there. She came out and dropped a phone call that she recorded between her and Nicki, which I think was the night of this situation, or maybe before, I don't know. And this is where Latto was wrong at. This is where the scale kind of tips for me, personally. Because Latto, why would you record a phone call? Did Nicki, I don't know, and I'm assuming that Nicki did not know she was being recorded. And if that is the case, then Latto, you had the intentions on having this phone call, recording it, with also kind of having receipts just in case it goes south. And if she tries it, you can expose her later on. That's my assumption. I could be completely wrong. But if that is the case, Latto, and with you talking to Nicki like, no, Nicki, Nicki, well, I feel X, Y, and Z. Very respectful while she going off and yelling in the background. That lets me know I can't really trust this recording, Latto, because you painted yourself in a better light for that recording because you knew that you maybe going to have to use it later on. So is that conversation really, can we really go off that conversation for real? Like, granted, sure, she maybe is talking shit about other female rappers and you, but then again, how are you talking? We won't really know, because and then you could have edited. It's just too much. That's I can't really take that. I can't really, and I think that was wrong on your end to just record somebody without knowing and then post it. Like, that's late. And that was kind of late, Miss Latto. It's scratch off in my mind. It keeps coming up to mine. That's funny. Scratch off. Nicki, I hate you, girl. But Latto, that was tired, girl. And I live for you, Latto, girl. You know you're one of my girls. I've loved you since you first came out. But honey, that was tired. But there's two ways you can look at this. It's tired, yes. But why did you feel like you need to record? Is it because you felt like it was going to be some tired shit on that phone call? Either way, I think that was wrong. I think that's where Latto messed up in my mind. I feel like she was trying to defend herself at first, but then it started to go into a sense of, well, let's just expose Nicki. Let's take her down. But this ain't the first time this has happened to you either, Nicki. This ain't the first time girls want to bring you down. This ain't the first time the girls try to come for you and expose you for how you really are behind the scenes, a.k.a. You remember Remy Ma? Y'all remember Remy Ma was on the Wendy show? And Remy Ma was talking about how, Nicki was trying to stop her bags. And Nicki made a joke about it after in raps. But, Remy Ma at that time was saying like Nicki was trying to stop her from going on red carpets. And if she goes, I'm not attending, stop her from getting awards and things like that. For some reason, because of this situation, that shines a little bit more light on Remy Ma's situation and how Remy was maybe not trying to too much lie about things. I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm just putting things out there. I'm just speaking my mind. I'm thinking as I'm talking, But maybe some truth to Miss Remy Ma. Reminisce? I don't know. However, Nicki, to you, this is a mess. Nicki, this is a mess. And this is so disheartening to see you like this. It really, really is. And I know you don't care. I know you don't care. Oh, I know you don't care. I feel like you don't give a shit about what I'm about to say. But I'm going to say my piece anyway. Because I'm a barb now, so I can say these things, And the responsibility of being a barb, I feel like you, in any fan base, you need to be able to hold your queens accountable. I'm going to hold you accountable today, Nicki. I really am. Because one, I'm really tired of this narrative for you. Is it really even a narrative anymore? Or is it true? You being a bully, you being mean behind the scenes. Let's take it off of the internet for just 2 seconds. Let's just take it off of the internet. Let's just take it off of Twitter. In actual Los Angeles, Hollywood, where I reside, and the sets that I be on, Nicki, I run around a lot of people that you run around, as far as executives, as far as producers and things like that. I've run into a couple people that you may know and worked with. It's unfortunate that I hear the exact same things that's happening online from these other rap girls from people that don't nobody even really know because they work behind the scenes. And I hear the exact same things: rude, catty, malicious. I hear these things. Just like we talked about in the other video, Skype call about Megan and the opportunistic situation. I heard that behind the scenes too, in actual real life. But Nicki, your real life things that I've heard match what I hear online. And that's unfortunate. I'm a really big believer in when there's smoke, there's fire. And your smoke has been smoking. Your smoke has been smoking, Miss Girl. And this narrative of you being a mean girl and a bully and tired has been since like 2012, actually. This is nothing new for you. And I know you have to be tired of this narrative, Nicki. You have to be. And the thing is, it's kind of your karma. Yeah. Ooh, Barbs, I love y'all, but I think y'all not gonna like me for this one. But I gotta bring this all up. I think it's your karma, Nicki. I think it's your karma coming back at you, because it's funny how this vicious cycle is going. I remember 2010 vividly. I I lived through the whole Little Kim and Nicki Minaj beef. I lived through it. I was there. Some of you bitches some of you bars may be a little too young to remember, but I remember very vividly. And I remember, Nicki, you calling Little Kim an old woman, an old, washed up, nobody wants to care about your music anymore. You paraded that. After she was nasty to you, granted. She was, and she did what you are doing to these girls right now, which is, thinking these new girls are supposed to kiss the ground you walked on. And the thing is, in my personal opinion, you act like this because that's what was ushered in for you. When you first came into the industry, Little Kim made sure that you felt the wrath of Little Kim, as far as you are a mini-me, you are a clone. Which, if you want to be real, back in the day, Miss Nicki Minaj, honey, you were very much inspired by Little Kim. Are we gonna act funny? Are we gonna act like this didn't happen? Are we all gonna act like, are y'all all Barbs about to comment on this game? Before y'all comment, Miss Barbs, let's not act like we don't remember. Honey, Little Kim down. Honey, Nicki, you were inspired by Little Kim down, honey. Down to the style. Honey, girl, please, let me tell you something. Little Kim may be tired now as far as musicality and, record selling. And she didn't break the molds like Nicki Minaj when it comes to selling records and breaking into pop music. However, was the girl that brought in high couture fashion for rap female girls, being provocative, crossing over into pop records and getting Grammys. Huh? I want to hear y'all in the back. Oh yes, Little Kim did that. All you girls wearing Chanel and things like that, and how all the rap girls now posing with high fashion and wearing all the shits. Why do you think Beyonce and Cardi and them pay homage to Little Kim? Because, honey, Little Kim did that first. The elaborate costumes for female black rappers, honey, Little Kim was doing that first. The colored wigs, Kim did it first. I'm not even a Kim fan. Kim didn't change my life. Nicki was the girl that did it for me. And Missy Elliott was actually the female rapper that did it for me. Before anybody. Missy Elliott was my queen. It's still my queen. Missy Elliott is the person I look up to with female hip hop. So that's just that. But Lil' Kim, oh, sickening. And Nicki, you did copy. And you did want that. You did use that because that's all you had as a blueprint to move on with your career. But when she wanted you to kiss her feet and kiss the ground that she walked on, you fought back. Did you not? But look how the tables have now turned, Miss Girl. Now you're the one being called old. Because no shade, no shade, no shade, Miss Nicki Minaj. I love you down, girl. I love you down. And the thing is, you've ran the industry for 8 years by yourself. So your mentality is like, I am that girl, which you are, but you're not the only girl anymore. And these young girls shouldn't feel like they need to like almost have a rite of passage through you to make it to somewhere. No shade, even you telling the girls, you know, you girls haven't been working for 15, 20 years and feel like you should be in the category. They should feel like they can be something. Damn, Nicki, let it go. Let it go, honey. You're not the only girl anymore, Nicki. You're not the only girl anymore. You're not. There's more girls out here. And they may not be as talented as you. No, absolutely not. No, I can say that with you too. But you're not the only one anymore. And it would be nice to see you ushering these girls. Like, I love that Cardi is, you know, ushering in the new girls and hopping on their tracks and giving them plaques. That's more queen shit to me. No shade, Miss Girl. Instead of you working with just the girls that kiss your ass to be on your records. Oop. I said what I said. I did. And Nicki, I'm guessing you have an album coming out pretty soon because the way you've been acting for these past couple of weeks and months, since you've come back and since you've been more active, there's been nothing but drama because of you. And it's almost like it's become a part of your rollout. I gotta call my queen out. I gotta call my girl out. The Barbs, I gotta call my girl out. Y'all gonna cuss me out, call me fat, do whatever y'all wanna do. Because that's the best you can do. But let me tell you something. This is the tea, honey. It seems like all you can do is make mess a part of your rollout. Because your productions are tired. The productions are still tired. The photo shoots and everything, you don't bring it to the table like the rest of your counterparts do. No shade. Girl, I didn't like none of the Super Freaky Girl photos. I didn't like none of them. None of them. They all look overly photoshopped and tired, girl. It did not bring it to the table. They were cute, but like you're not breaking any barriers when it comes to your production anymore. I don't think you used to, but nowadays you just kind of do whatever you need to do to kind of get the song out there. And that's just that. And Super Freaky Girl, the music video, was the best music video I've seen of you that you gave effort in the past 5-something years. No shade. And I said that in the reaction video. That was the most effort I've seen from her in a while. Instead of sitting in the damn kiddie pool for girl. So when you come out with mess, it makes it seem like this is how you get your name back in the blogs. I am now talking about you, not your music. I'm talking about your mess, Nicki. I like to talk about your rhymes, your bars, what you're talented as, what you're gifted as. Let's get to that. But we're talking about every time I'm getting on a Skype call, it's about you and your mess and about how you started something. Because the majority of the time, you started it. Majority of the time, you started it. The rap girls be chilling until you come out and get active, girl, and shake the whole room. And I think you think it's cute. I think you think it's funny. I think you think that it's a part of your thing now. I'm just being honest. It seems like you've resolved to mess to make your albums or people to pay attention to your albums. But the thing is, Nicki, I need you to realize that outside of your barbs, right? Your general consumption of you as an entertainer is now becoming that old, bitter woman. It is. People are now getting tired. If you go on TikTok now, people are sick of your mess, girl. It's not cute. It's not funny. And the only people that find it funny is the psychotic barbs, because my good barbs are sick of it too. I got a handful of my barbs on my side that's like, girl, I'm sick of this. I'm embarrassed. But you got my crazy barbs, still part of my family. I'm sure they're going to call me fat and all these things. The best that y'all can do, because I still have money. Anywho, okay. My opinion pays my bills, so I love how people like to eat me up for my opinion. I love that for me. But here's the thing. For those barbs that don't see anything wrong with anything, that's what's f***ed up, because they endorse it. And that's why some of these celebrities or some of these other blogs and influencers or whatever are scared of the barbs, because they bully people. Coincidentally, huh? It's funny how Nicki's like, I'm not a bully. I don't bully people, but yet your fan base bully people and you endorse it. And you even sick them. You sick your barbs. You tell them to go tear somebody down. I think a fellow other YouTuber, Justin J, I think he came out and said some foolishness about Nicki performing at Rolling Loud and how she shouldn't be headlining at Rolling Loud, which he was wrong. However, you told them, oh, yeah, go attack. No, Nicki, that's bullying. Cyberbullying, low key, but we ain't gonna bring that up, no shade. But that is bullying, honey. That is bullying. You can become a bully sometimes, if not all the time. And it shows in the fan base. Where do you think they get it from? I don't even see half of other fan bases being like that. My Beehive, we get active if you try it, but who tries Beyonce? Because that's the greatest bitch of all time. So none of you girls can compete with that. And I can tell you that right now. Any of you. Gaga, most elite girl. None of you girls can fuck with her either. But the monsters, we only come out when we're provoked. We believe in love and light, so we don't even try to provoke. We don't even try to react to provokiness, Yeah. The barbs, the psychotic barbs, not my all barbs, because there's different barbs. There's all different type of barbs. There's the OG barbs, there's the psychotic barbs, there's the sane barbs, there's the rational barbs, there's the investigative barbs. I'm talking to my psychotic girls. The ones that like to rip my videos apart and just stick out the one parts that say, I hate Nicki Minaj. Girl, y'all love to do that. Y'all love to try to make my videos strip down to, oh, he hates Nicki again. Stop it. Now, before you comment that, let me stop you right now, because I know you're not going to watch this whole entire video, so let me just educate you now. I don't hate Nicki at all, but I'm going to hold my bitch accountable, because it's tired. As the only black woman that broke all these barriers and everything, you're not going to keep disrespecting other black women who mix or whatever. You're not gonna keep doing that, Nicki. It's tired. And you being the nucleus of all this mess is disgusting. And we're all tired of it. Come out and make records, honey. How about bring that album on out? Come bring that album out. Let me see how that album doing. Let me see how you're going to bring this album. Let's see if you're going to do music videos. Let's see if you're going to do a visual album. Let's see if you're going to break the mold in the industry. If you're going to push the boundaries, or you're going to just still be comfortable and start mess on Queen Radio and do tweets. Will you let your legendary stamp be Queen Radio and tweets? Or will you let your legendary stamp be actually producing legendary content? The choice is yours, Miss Girl. All right, I'm done. This Skype call is probably way longer than it needs to be. It's like, this footage is like 43 minutes. I love you for watching, as always, Barbs. I know you guys are listening. We want Nicki to be great. I don't want Nicki to always be the nucleus or the center of mess. I would like people to just, if something goes on with Nicki, and like I just told Cardi, ignore it. I would love that. Like I just told Cardi, I just got onto my girl. I told my girl, just ignore the mess because you're so above it. Nicki, you are ions above it. But yet you like to just be in it. It's almost like you have nothing else better to do. And you do. You have a lot more better to do. You have a whole beautiful family. And you have a whole beautiful career that you can be investing into and make even better and bigger and shit on them. If you're going to be in the mindset of none of these girls can fuck with you, then Nicki, make something and produce something that these girls cannot catch up to. No shade, but any of these other girls could have made Super Freaky Girl. Ooh, I said it. But any of these other girls could have made that song. Any other girl could have made that song. Just like somebody else could have made big energy. No shade. But the point of being a legendary girl, a legendary status, an OG, is to be able to make stuff that these girls cannot compete with, cannot make. Like Beyonce, nobody can compete with me. My girl B said it well. And also, before I go, this breaks my heart too. This is a podcast episode at this point. It breaks my heart to see the male rappers be able to OG these new male rappers in. But it's like female rappers are just so catty. So it doesn't, the bringing, the ushering in doesn't happen. Just like the other night, I think Usher was on stage with Chris Brown, and Usher, the iconic Usher, gave the now legendary Chris Brown his flowers and his tins on stage in front of everybody and said, I love you. I'm proud of you. Usher is like the Beyonce of the R&B boys, okay? He didn't have to do that at all. But now that makes Usher the OG legend that he is and solidifies that OG legend. Honey, I've been in this game for years. Chris, you are legendary too. I'm proud of you. I love you. Nicki, I want to see you do shit like that. You do it to some girls, but you do it to the girls that just kiss your ass and want to be in the room that you breathe. No shade. You keep, ooh, girl. Because you like to keep loving hip hops and those kind of people around you to make you feel kind, to make you feel sickening. And that's tired. But why don't you have any elite industry friends around you. Why? That's something. That's something. That is something. Why don't Nicki have any elite friends as far as the entertainment business go? That maybe other female rappers or other just elite people in the industry. They don't really, I don't see y'all ever. Hey, so some got to be going on behind the scenes. Some got to be truthful. That's all I'm saying. All right, Nicki. All right, Barbs. All right, everybody. All right, Latto. I love you too, Latto. Latto, keep your head up, girl. Keep pushing. Latto, you are still in the beginning journeys of your career. Do not let this stop you. Do not let this, deter you from being great, honey. You did look a little messy the night too. You did look messy too. I have to hold you accountable too, Miss Latto, girl. I have to hold you accountable. That was late. But I don't know what else goes on between you and Nicki. I know it's probably more that y'all could even talk about, but it's unfortunate that there's somebody that you idolize and look up to, and it almost goes back to say about that saying that they say, like, don't meet your idols. I love you guys for clicking and watching this Skype call, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye.